Tomorrow's my birthday. I turn 36 tomorrow. So I was thinking about it a little bit this morning. I've probably been thinking about it a little bit for the last month. I'm so grateful to be in my body. I'm so grateful for this practice and how it has created for me a relationship with my body that I did not have in my early 20s and my teens, certainly not. There was a lot of, meanness to self. There was a lot of self-inflicted, just like shame and I wish I had a different body and this and that. And yoga has opened up a door to being in my body and grateful for my body, however it shows up on the mat. Some days it shows up and it's like really sticky, and I can still be grateful for the information that I'm receiving, because now I'm actually connected to my body, so I can receive the messages that it's giving me, and then with those messages I can take the next steps, whatever they happen to be. So today's practice is gonna be yummy. I want everybody to really enjoy this practice. And that's not to say that there won't be strengthening and stronger holds or some core stuff, but at whatever level of the practice you're feeling, whatever space you're feeling today, really tune it for your body and take breaks. And if there's a stretch that's calling to you, and I'm not calling it out, do that one instead, because the ability to connect to our own bodies, that's like the highest, right? I'm here to give some suggestions, but when you're in a pose, you can wiggle a little, you could wave a little, you could see what shows up for your body. And so I'm really, really sending that energy out and hoping that you grab a hold of it and give it a shot. But we'll just begin by closing the eyes. And letting everything else wash away. Just inviting yourself to sit in the stillness and notice the breath. With one hand on the heart, check in. What intention would you like to set right here? And taking that with you, we'll gently blink the eyes open. Move whatever you're sitting on aside and come onto your back. You can hug the knees in. Maybe rock side to side. Feel the low back press to the earth. Let the knees fall to the right. Scoot the hips to the left. The knees don't have to be in line with the belly here for this twist. I mean, it's the first it's the first pose really we're doing. So letting them fall more towards the front of the mat might be nicer. Letting them be staggered could be really nice. It's just, we're inviting a gentle twist here. And bring them back through center and take them to the second side. Let the body soften towards the earth. Come back through center and hug the knees in once more. Keeping the right knee in, left foot on the floor, cross right ankle on top of left knee, flex the right toes. Imagine the outer edge of the right foot rolling up towards the right knee. And then a gentle sway from side to side. And then pause down center and take it into reclined pigeon if that's available. If not, just stay with figure 4 with the left foot on the floor. Notice the muscles of the face and throat here, the shoulders. Release the hands, lower the left foot on the floor, take the right foot down, cross left ankle over right knee. And just a little shifting of the weight from side to side, letting a little sway happen in the legs. And pause down center, bring it into reclined pigeon. Breathe deeply into the belly. Is there any little movements that would show up really nicely in your body right here? One more breath in and release. Hug both knees in. Interlace the hands behind the right leg. You can drop the left foot on the floor, extending the right leg up, rolling the ankle. And then simply switching sides. Left knee comes in, interlacing hands, right foot on the floor, extending the left leg up, rolling the left ankle. Both knees hug in, hold behind the hamstrings, rock forward and back along the spine. Can this be like a massage? Coming up and over into tabletop position. Hands land under shoulders, knees land under hips. Swaying the hips from side to side. You might find one hip could use just a pause and some breath. You could press through the side waist and ribs. Letting the movement be free. Letting it be inspired by curiosity and inspired by the sensation that the body is receiving. You might stretch the face, the neck, maybe fluttering the lips. Waking up the body. Tabletop. Walk the arms forward so the forearms land on the earth. You could have a block under the forehead here if the floor is very far away. Otherwise, maybe the forehead makes its way towards the earth. The heart melts, the hips stay over the knees. Keep the forearms where they are, just bend the elbows, roll the chest forward. You could scoot the legs back, come into Sphinx pose. Lift the right leg, reach it back, press the top of the foot back to the earth, reach the left leg, reach it back, press it down. Press into the forearms, roll the heart forward as the shoulder blades come together on the back. Breathe into the heart center. And then lowering all the way onto the belly. Chest lowers. Fingertips tent outside of the mat. Like you've got tennis balls under your palms. And then inhale, undulate the spine up. Exhale, roll it down. Keep pressing pelvis to the floor. Inhale, roll up. Legs are extended and engaged. Exhale, roll down. Keep moving with the breath. The next time you come up, the exhale will drop the left shoulder towards the center. You'll peek over the right. Inhale through center, heart lifts. Exhale, right shoulder dips, peek over the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, left to the earth. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Come through center and roll down. Let's come back into Sphinx pose. Forearms root and scrub back. Shoulder blades come together. Belly pulls up and in. You might interlace fingers here. Tuck the toes. We're moving towards forearm plank, but we're gonna go there with intention. So the toes tucked, you might try and walk them forward and then engage the legs so the quadriceps hug to the bone. And now belly to spine as you lift the hips, pressing into the forearms. Hips come towards the height of the shoulders. And so you might have seen I walk my feet a little closer so that I can really drive my heels back. And then try and hug the elbows in instead of letting them roll out. Belly to spine, front ribs to back body. Make it a meditation. Knees can be down here at any point. And then keeping the clasp of the hands, begin to walk the feet towards the elbows. Coming into dolphin pose, this modified dolphin with the hands clasped. Dolphin is very similar to down dog. We're just on our forearms. And the hips keep lifting, the knees can be bent. Feel the inner thighs spiral back. And then knees to the earth, big toes touch, sink the hips back, child's pose. You could extend the arms back or let them drape beside the body. Breathe into the back body. Child's pose is always available. A great place to come back to the breath, to the body. Come up, tabletop. Let the hands be forward of the shoulders, 3 or 4 inches. Tuck toes, belly to spine, lift the knees off the earth. Keep rooting down into all 10 fingers. Try and press the fleshy part between the thumb and index to the earth. And then press the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Take your dog for a walk, pedal out the feet. Bending one knee at a time. And then find stillness. Float forward, plank, inhale. Exhale, hips up and back. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, leg up and back. Exhale, lower the foot. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, leg up and back. Exhale, lower the foot. Inhale, plank.
Side to side. Exhale, hips up and back. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, bring it in, down center. Inhale, it lifts. Exhale, it lowers. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, it lowers. Inhale, float forward. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. This time, exhale, knee to right tricep. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, the foot lowers. Inhale, plank. Exhale, dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to tricep. Up and back. Foot lowers, pause. Walk hands to feet. Forward fold. Little bounce, maybe sway. Sit bones reaching up towards the sky. Crown of the head reaching towards the earth. You could hold opposite elbow or just let the arms drape. If you do have hold of the arms, release. Hands to the earth. Bend the right knee deeply. So deeply that maybe the right knee could tap the right tricep. Straighten into the left leg, the left hip, lifting, lifting, lifting. Left hand to left hip. Left arm floated up. As you exhale, swim it down. Bend the left knee deeply. Straighten into the right leg. Right hand to right hip. Reaching the right fingertips up. Inhale. Exhale, swim it forward. Heart lifts, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold in. Root down into the feet, sweep the arms up, gather up the sky, draw it right to heart center, pause. Touch that intention, notice it. How can you weave it into the next movement? Belly to spine, inhale, float the arms up and overhead. Exhale, dive forward over the legs. Heart lifts, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, float forward, plank. Modified plank with knees on the earth. Lower all the way to your belly. Hands line up with the chest. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, tuck the toes. Use the core to lift the hips up and back. Inhale, high onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step feet to hands. Heart lifts, inhale. Exhale, fold in. Plant into the feet, sweep the arms up and overhead, hands to heart center. Surya Namaskar A. Arms float up, inhale. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, plant the hands, step back through plank. Lower through chaturanga. Lift for your back bend, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Building heat. Connecting breath to movement. Inhale, high onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees. Looking through to hands, step or hop, feet forward. Heart lifts, inhale. Exhale, fold. Root to the feet, inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, hands to heart, Samastitihi. Inhale, the arms sweep. Once more through Surya A. Exhale, fold in. Heart lifts, inhale. Exhale, step back, plank. Lower through chaturanga. Inhale brings you up for a back bend. Exhale draws the hips up and back. Breathing. Right leg lifts. Step it through to the hands. Back knee down. Press into the front heel. Lifting up, low lunge. This time let the hips sink forward so you can really feel the stretch in the left psoas. And there'll be a sway in the low back. And then we'll really engage the belly, press into the front heel to lift out of the pose. Think of the lift through the side waist. Inhale. Exhale, let the hips sink forward again. Inhale, use the containment to lift back up, core, tailbone to earth. Inhale. Exhale, once more, letting the hips sink forward. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, twist towards the right. Fingertips reaching. Pick one point of focus for the eyes to land. One more inhale. As you exhale, left hand down, right arm up. Stay a little light on the left hand. You might stay on fingertips or a block. Tuck the back toes, straighten the back leg. The back leg is so engaged. The muscles are hugging to the bone. And the heel of the left foot is stacked over the left toes. One more breath in. Exhale, hand lands on the earth. Lower the back knee as you pull the hips back, straighten into the front leg. Blocks are great here. One more breath in. And then plant the foot back to the earth, tuck the toes, step back, choose a vinyasa or choose to skip it. What feels right for your body today? What feels really good for it? Left leg lifts. Exhale, step the foot through, lower the back, knee down. Lift up. And then let the hips sink forward. Press into the front heel. Inhale, lift. Use the containment. Exhale, sink back in. Inhale, lift. Pulling the pelvis up. Exhale, sink. Inhale, lift, hold. And the next exhale, twist towards the left. Shoulders away from the ears, heart is proud. One more breath in. As you exhale, right hand down to the earth, left arm up. A block is great here, maybe up onto fingertips. Tuck the back toes. Straighten the leg, lifting it off the earth. Strong back leg, toes stack, or heel stacks over toes. Keep hugging the left hip in. Inhale. Exhale, hand to the earth. Lower the back knee, pull the hips back. Think of reaching the sternum forward. Rebend the left knee, plant the foot. Tuck the back toes, straighten the leg. Swivel the back heel down, walk the hands 90 degrees to the right. Point the left toes to the right side of the mat. Feet are parallel. And then begin to fold in. Soft bend in the knees. Inner thighs spiraling back. And your fold may look very different from my fold or anyone else's, and that's all fine. Your body is giving you the information, where your edges are. Inhale, lift halfway, belly to spine. Bend the right knee. Press into the left foot. You can walk your hands to the right.
And then switch sides. Bend the left knee straight into the right leg. And through center, belly to spine, hands to hips, lift up to standing. You can heel toe your feet or hop them together. And come to the top of the mat. Feet are hips distance. Belly pulls up and in. Tailbone sinks towards the earth. Imagine the heels rooting down and pulling away from one another. Hold a platter, an imaginary platter in front of you. And then the arms float up only to 45 degrees. So we keep the collarbone wide, we keep the shoulder away from the ears. Chair pose, Utkatasana, maybe the gaze can go up. Notice if there's a lot of sway in your low back, try and mitigate that by drawing the tailbone to the earth. One more breath in. And exhale, fold over the legs, forward fold. Bask in this and feel the weight in the feet. Notice where it is, maybe where it feels heavier. And then try and find the even standing, the inner arches lifting, the outer ankles hugging. And then from front and back of the foot rooting evenly towards the earth. And then in doing that, maybe you can notice there's more freedom in the low back. Hands to the earth. Step the right foot back, step the left foot back. Choose a vinyasa or skip it, move straight to dog. Right leg up and back. Bend the knee, open the hip. Lift the left hip up. Instead of falling into the left hip and compressing the side waist, try and send more length there. Any movement that's useful here, go for it. We've got 3 more breaths. Next inhale, extend the right leg, square the hips, step the foot through to the hands. Swivel the back heel down. And let's arrive into warrior 2. Start by straightening the front leg. When you bend the knee, have it track over the second and third toe. So we know it's not collapsing in or falling too far out. It's right down center. And as you root into that front heel, feel the calf engage. And then feel the engagement of the right quadricep. Inner right thigh rolling open to outer hip hugging under. Strong back leg, really press into the sharp edge of the left foot as you lift the inner arch, and then the arms can float. If it feels like a long hold in the arms, you can flip the palms to the sky. You can take hands to heart center. We're here with our legs for 4 more rounds of breath. All the micro movements involved in holding the pose. For this last round of breath, flip the front palm, take the inhale to reverse, and use the exhale to come with hands to earth. Come onto the back toes. Lower the back knee down. Hands can walk to the inside of the front foot. You could be on a block. You might lower towards elbows. We're inviting the left psoas to open here. Walk the right hand outside of the right foot again, and then walk the right foot towards the left. We're moving to single pigeon. If your hips are way far away from the earth, that's okay. You can have a block underneath them. Or if you don't have a block, you can just stay up on fingertips. If none of that works for you, you can sit on your tush and cross your shins with right shin in front of left and fold over that way. We're taking a mid-practice single pigeon. You're welcome to fold in. Two more breaths. And then lifting back up. We'll meet in down dog, so if you're in Sukhasana, cross shins, you can just simply make your way. Left leg lifts up and back. Bend the knee, open the hip. Keep lifting the right hip up and back. And then exploring the pose, moving maybe the knee in some circles one way and then the other. You could extend and rebend the leg. You might just stay in stillness. On the next inhale, straighten the leg, square the hips. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. The back heel swivels down. Line up heel to heel or heel to arch. And let's lift. Coming towards warrior two, but hands can stay lowered for a moment. Straighten into the front leg. And then as you bend into the front knee, it tracks, second and third toe. Back leg is so engaged, the inner arch is lifting, and that's helping to lift the inseam of the leg up into the groin. Very strong quadriceps here. Slightest little roll of the back hip forward, and the front hip pulls back and plugs in. As the arms extend, the shoulders surrender away from the ears. Feel the base of the pelvis, the pelvic floor, feel it lift. The low belly is nice and engaged, all the way through the front body. Careful to pay good attention to the front knee, avoid it collapsing in. For this last breath, flip the front palm. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel the hands. Walk the hands to the inside of the left foot, lower the right knee. Let the hips sink. Walk the left hand outside of the left foot. Move towards single pigeon or Sukhasana with the left shin forward. Begin to lift. Plant the hands, tuck the back toes. Step back through down dog. If you'd like to, you can float forward and move through a vinyasa. Or just hold down dog or child's pose. Inhale high onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, looking through to the hands, step or hop, feet forward. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, sink the hips, Utkatasana. Exhale, stand, hands to heart center. Inhale, sink. A little bit of flow here. Exhale, fold.
Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, plant hands, step or hop back through a vinyasa. If you're hopping back, elbows are bent. Down dog. Right leg lifts, inhale. Step the foot through to the hands, exhale. Swivel the back heel down. Inhale all the way up and back to reverse warrior. Exhale, elbow to knee, Parsvakonasana. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands cartwheel to the inside of the foot. Walk the hands to the left for a forward fold. Lift halfway, inhale. Walk the hands all the way to the back of the mat. Point the left toes back. Right foot comes in on slight angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, elbow to knee, Parsvakonasana. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands come all the way to the earth, come onto the back toes. Walk the left foot to the center of the mat. Step the right foot behind the left foot, crossing at the shins, edges of the feet. Line up. Fold in. Hands can be on blocks here. Walk the hands over towards the left as you press into the right foot. And then walk the hands to the right, 360 degrees, going around yourself and ending up facing the back of the mat once more, but with the opposite shin in front. And then the hands can walk to the right for a moment. And then to the left, 180 degrees, come up onto the balls of the feet. Feet face forward, forward fold, facing the front of the mat, but standing at the back. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold in. Plant into the feet, sweep the arms up and overhead. Hands to heart center. Step wide on your mat. Heels in, toes out. And begin to sink down and sway a little bit. Finding our goddess pose, our wide straddle. Hands can stay resting on thighs. And just a little pulsing here. Like you're bobbing in the sea. Maybe the eyes could close and you could play with balance in that way. The opportunity to close our eyes through the practice to receive information in a different way. And then just pause at the lowest point of your straddle today. Float the arms up. Like you're holding a beach ball above your head. The gaze could be lifted. Feel the heart lifted here. Imagine sun shining right on your face. Press into the feet, come up to standing. And then re-parallel the feet, hands to hips, step or hop. Feet together. Top of the mat. Let's slow it down. Sink the hips, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold in. Heart lifts, Ardha Uttanasana. Plant the hands, one final vinyasa if you'd like it before we make our way into our cool down. Knees to the earth, big toes touch. Child's pose. Feel the back of the body inflating with breath.
And then roll the body up. Swing the legs forward. Bend the right knee so the sole of the foot comes to inner thigh. The hips are pointed towards 1 o'clock, maybe between 1 and 2. Float the arms up. Twist the chest towards the engaged left leg. And then begin to fold. Try to reach the sternum as far as you can before the hands land. But then as they land, you can let the head hang. As you breathe in this pose, can you stay with your body? Slowly rolling up. Right knee comes through center, right leg extends long, left knee bends. Sole of the foot to inner thigh. Right foot stays flexed. Hips are pointing towards maybe between 10 and 11 o'clock. Arms float up. And then twist towards 12 o'clock towards that extended right leg as you fold in, reaching the sternum and letting the hands land. And then inviting the spine to round forward. What is the usefulness of this practice for you? What are the gifts that it brings? And roll up through center. Bring the left knee through center, extend the leg long. Move the flesh out from under the sit bone. A block under the sit bones might be really nice here, especially for tight backs of legs. Float the arms up. Try and stick the tailbone out as you fold forward, tilting the pelvis. Hands land wherever they land. Sternum reaches for a moment more and then round in. Send the breath where the body needs it the most. Send the message of surrender to any areas that are clenching. Release your hold, roll up through seated. Scoot hips towards heels. Lower down onto your back, nice and easy, nice and slow. Walk the feet wide and knock the knees together. And rock the knees from side to side. And hug the knees in. Let the knees fall to the right. Scoot the hips over to the left. See how this twist is different from the one at the beginning. Back through center and to the left with the hips scooting to the right. The right arm could reach out. You might gaze over in that direction. And back through center. Hug the knees in. Press the tailbone down, rock side to side. Plant the feet on the floor. The heels walk closer to the tush. You might be able to touch them with the tips of your fingers. Toes are slightly in, heels are slightly out. So the edges of the feet are nice and parallel with the sides of the mat. And then as you root down to the heels, flatten the lumbar curve on the earth. Keep zipping belly to spine as you press the hips towards the sky. Inviting the hamstrings to do the lion's share of the work here, the glutes. Let them be as relaxed as they can be. Maybe the hands can clasp as the shoulders roll underneath the body. Shoulder blades pressing the heart toward the sky and keeping space between the chin and chest. Release the hands, release the hips back to the earth. Pause. And one more back bend, pressing into the heels, lifting the hips, opening the heart towards the sky, rolling the shoulder blades towards one another, pressing into the upper arms, rooting them to the earth. Can you breathe more space into the front of the body as you have gentle pressure at the back of the head? Release, lower down. Take the feet wide, knock the knees together. Extend the legs up towards the sky. You can hold behind the hamstrings, or maybe it's not necessary. You could gently rock from side to side or draw circles, small circles with the feet towards the sky. Pause through center, flex the feet. Bend the knees, take them towards the armpits. You can hold behind the hamstrings, on the fronts of the shins, or the edges of the feet for happy baby. Breathe deep into the belly. Any rocking, any movement at all that feels useful in your body. You might extend one leg as you bend the opposite knee. And then we'll all come through center for 2 more breaths. Bring the feet together, bring the knees together, hug them in. Bring the head up towards the knees, flex the feet, flex the arms, try and get tight into a tiny little ball. 1 breath in, and exhale, open out, let the body land against the earth. Take a deep breath in and hold at the top for breath retention. Try and allow this breath retention to be simple and soft. And you decide when to release. But push yourself just beyond that edge of discomfort. Notice how the mind spins. And just observe that. Whenever you do release, just breathe simply in and out through the nose if that's available today. Feeling your body heavy against the earth. moves in, the breath moves out. You can deepen the breath here. Bring any movement into the body that feels good to wake it back up. Maybe a nice long stretch. A hug of the knees, or simply rolling to one side. Might shake the wrists, point and flex the feet. Re-exploring this moment with your body. And as you're ready, you'll find your way into a seat. Feeling yourself after your yoga practice, what's shifted, what remains. How's that connection to self? Does it feel strengthened? Does it feel tuned? Aligned? And then checking in, what more could I give myself today? Is there something else that my body is requesting? And then make the commitment to provide it to yourself in some way. Human connection, or maybe I need more solitude, maybe I benefit from a more vigorous movement of my body, or touching the ocean. Palms come together at the heart. Lift the heart, bow the head. Thank yourself for your practice. Thank the practice for what it provides. Shanti, peace.